New brushes, I want to share my thoughts with you. I'm having a ball using these for a while, but a new set came yesterday in the mail, so I'm just going to go ahead and include it in this video, let you know. This is the Morphe and Ariel brush set. Now, Ariel is a celebrity makeup artist. I believe he is the artist for the Kardashians. Don't quote me. So the box opens up. It looks like a PR box, to be honest, and it's all laid here in all its glory. The brushes feel nice and soft. Again, natural hairs. The only ones that aren't natural are the concealer brush over here, and I believe this one. I think there's two brushes that are not, that they're synthetic, but it doesn't matter. The hairs are soft, I can already tell. And the sponge feels soft as well. So I'm going to be trying these out. Again, just wanted to show it to you. The next set I picked up is a set of 3 from EcoTools. It's a 360 Ultimate Blend design. So this is what it looks like. Again, the packaging, you get 3 inside. And these are the actual brushes. So a small, medium size, and large. These are at an excellent price point, and then they resemble the Artiste brushes, and they feel like Artiste paddle brushes to me. So those would be the positives. I would say, now this is just for me, the negative for this is, in my case, I feel it's too much. It's too much of a density, I feel, for my face and with the product when I'm using it. It doesn't feel rough on my skin. My skin is bare because, again, I'm going to demo some of these for you. But I feel that when I'm putting the product on, that it's not being eaten up by the brush, but I feel that I need to add more product. So I see these brushes working for people or consumers that love a fuller coverage looking complexion. You like full coverage foundations. You like the matte appearance because it will buff and blend, tone down the shine, whatever you're trying to do, but increase the opacity by using that product. So it's good for those particular reasons. If that is the type of coverage, the type of finish that you're trying to get out of your cosmetic. Now, staying with EcoTools, I did pick up one non-brush. This is the BioBlender 100% biodegradable makeup sponge. So it is stated that it's new. This is what the sponge looks like. It's not the type of shape that I tend to reach for. I tend to reach for, like the Beauty Blender, the entire egg shape. So it has the slants here. So you can use the slants, to get right up here in the eye. So I will use it for that. And then once I'm using my actual surface face, I turn and I do it like that. This is a soft material. If you're familiar with EcoTools, there are other sponge that they have. It's the same. You can wet this. It expands fairly big, and then it dries good really fast. I've noticed the material does. And then all of the cosmetic product comes out of this sponge depending on your cleanser. So I like it for that reason. On the same display as the new sponge, these two was on there that I picked up. Starting with full powder brush. This is exactly the name, full powder. So you have that big fluffy synthetic hairs. See how it's somewhat dense, only a little bit, and then it's fluffy and flares out. You can use it for pressed powder, but you can also use it for loose powder as well to dust. I use it for bronzer. I can use it for contour because of the size. It's going to give a very airbrushed, very diffused look. You don't have to go digging into your products with an EcoTools brush. It picks up the product, and it just goes and it starts to blend and buff. So really like that. I'm glad I picked that one up. Again, excellent price. And then this one, the Wonder Cover Complexion, it says best with liquid and cream foundation. Yes, foundation. This one has, to me, it has that contour dense shape to it. So it's got that smaller. See how it's shorter as far as the height? And then the thickness, it has that dense, packed appearance. I kept reaching for this for contour because it just gets right into, you know, the grooves and the crevices, and it works off like that. And you can do your forehead and so forth. You can also use it for bronzer as well, just focused in that area. I really do like this product with liquids and creams. You can use it with powder, but that's just what I just naturally started to use it for, and was very pleased with the results. Next two brushes I picked up from Sephora. First up is Rare Beauty. This is foundation brush. I have had this on my loves list since the brand first came out. I just like the shape of it. The shape of brushes that have this, I don't want to say weird, it's just the way that it's cut. It's cut at a slant, and then it's bigger in certain areas and dense. You can use it for foundation, which is again what it's marketed to, but then I also was using it for cream bronzer, for cream blush. Really works well for cream blush because you can just get up, and especially like when you're trying to drape, put it in your areas. Synthetic hairs as well, but also synthetic hairs that to me perform as if it's a natural hair. Quick to buff and quick to blend, very seamless. And this one, Patrick Ta. This is the, I think it says the sculpting brush. This is the packaging here. Sculpt Contour Brush. Now, Patrick is a brand that what did I try? I think I tried the blush from them. It's just not a brand. It wasn't pulling me in. Okay, so I've been paying them dust. But with this brush, thanks to Candace always suggesting something, and of course I gotta go look at it. Took it out of the packaging. I said, this brush is heavy. It's heavy. So feels expensive, looks expensive. But the price point for this brush, I think of it in the sense of the brand being that higher end, almost like luxury feel to it. I was impressed because of the price point. Again, hairs are synthetic, but the hairs not only look natural, they perform. The hairs perform as if you barely touch the product, barely touch it. Go in and it's already blended. I'm like, did I touch my skin? It is already blended. Absolutely incredible. I was blown away at the first application, which I'm just like, I'm not interested in the tall products. I was impressed. So impressed that I'm looking at the other brushes now. That's how it is. There's like a fluffier one, like an egg shape, and then now the eye brushes. So, you know, that's where it starts. So now I'm looking at his brushes just based on this one alone. I'm going to close it out before I start putting some product on my face with Anisa Beauty. I hope I'm pronouncing them right. Now, they came along based on, you know, I was talking about that I like Rose and Ben, the Instagram account, and I noticed she uses Vanessa Beauty every time she does daily tutorials on her Instagram. Every video she's pulling out one of these brushes, and it started with the skincare brushes first. So I have just these three, and then I started to look at the actual makeup brushes. So let me start with the skincare first. This is the All Over Care brush. So this one is what's marketed as for skincare. So you can pull out a primer and just buff it and blend it into your skin. It's exactly what you can use this for. And it's what I do. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to put on my face lotion. I just specifically pulled this one out because I knew I wasn't, you know, going out today. Got my little brush here. Just put it into my palm. Just how you would with, like, you know, foundation or whatnot. Got it on the brush. Let me go ahead and show you a nice little close-up here. And all the hairs are synthetic too. This is a cruelty-free brand, vegan, and they own all of the supply chain and the distribution and the raw materials, you know, they have a say in what's being used. That's how they're able to monitor how their brushes and so forth are made, as far as for the cruelty-free and vegan and all that. So I'm happy that I discovered and wanted to you know, look more into this brand. So again, you don't want to use your fingers. You don't want to go that route. You want a skincare brush. This does the trick, just as if I used my fingers. I have the eye treatment brush and the spot treatment brush here. These are good for eye creams or serums where you really need to get in for detail. So same pastel shade. It's just that one is bigger than the other one. And then of course they're slanted and they have that little bit of dense appearance to it. So for the larger one here, I like to use this one for the eye cream. That's pretty much the one I just stick to. This brush is angled perfectly for eye cream. So you can just, you know, dab it on or just go ahead and smooth it. And it smooths out the product. So I really do like these for the skin. Again, if you don't want to use your fingers. Now I do sometimes, you know, I'll go in if my nails are shorter and, you know, kind of further press it into my skin, you know, with the heat of my fingers really getting in there. But I like how there's just no streaking. There's no streaking. There's no mess. I really like it. So I'm very new to the skincare brushes, but I'm here. I'm here to stay. And I'm not going crazy like buying a ton of skincare brushes. I'm really happy with just these. So far, they've been working great. And I think that's just probably where it will stay. And in the spot treatment brush, I use it in the same manner that I noticed Rose uses in her makeup tutorials. She uses this one for her eye primer. I can use this with my MAC Paint Pot or the Clean Canvas primer from Gerald Cosmetics. And again, just like the eye cream, you put it on and it's not causing any streaks. It's just smooth base that you can work with. And again, if you want to press it in, make sure it's really nice and smooth, you can. You can also use it with a clear eye primer as well. Doesn't matter. Still does the job. For the makeup brushes from Anisa, again, I kind of went with what I would normally see Rose use in her tutorial. Now this is the concealer brush, and I think it states, yeah, angled concealer. So this is that angled cut, slightly dense, well, not too slightly. It's packed enough where it's dense enough where you can, you know, get the product where you want it to. And then I personally feel, depends on how much pressure you're applying, you can build up the opacity fairly fast with this. So I have to remind myself to kind of tone it down just a little bit. This is a good brush if you like that fuller coverage too, because again, you can build it up for underneath your eyes. So I tend to start using that slanted edge. I can go up here. It's a little bit bigger if you really want to get up here, but then you can just smooth out your product and it works great for that. I also use this brush as a precise highlighter location too, because it's just the way it's cut, small enough to really put that highlighter where I want it to go. So I like it for that reason too. So multiple uses for this brush. Now my favorite one is this brush. This is the multi powder, again because of the way it's cut. And it's not a weird cut to me, but you don't usually see brushes that are cut like this, as far as, you know, it's shorter in the front, it's longer in the back, it's denser in the back, it's fluffier in the front. So it's got a lot, it's got quite a little personality going on. This is a brush I can see myself having multiples of because it does multiple uses. I can use it for, like I mentioned the powder before, but bronzer, contour, blush. So I'm like, well, gosh, if it's dirty, I gotta pull up another one here. And it's so soft too. The hairs are incredibly soft, fast blending, and seamless. I really am impressed by this brand. And the last one I picked up, there's absolutely nothing special about it at all. It's the ColourPop Feather Effect Brow Brush. And I only wanted this is because I just tear up ColourPop's eyebrow brush that has a spoolie on the end. So this is just its own spoolie now that I can tear up on my own. And it's slanted, and you can go ahead and just use it, you know, real quick to brush your hairs and do everything that you would do, you know, with a spoolie. So I like that, and of course it was a good price point. Oh look, we moved on to Guns N' Roses. I thought it was just a playlist of Nirvana. Okay, that's it. Those are my new brushes that I'm trying out, and unfortunately the 360 will be going back to the store. So let me know if you've tried any of these and what new brushes have you been using and loving. Leave them down in the comments. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and spending your time with me. As always, it is greatly appreciated. Have a wonderful day or evening, and I will see you in the next video. Please like the video, subscribe, and definitely come back. Take care.